Hi guys, it's Nancy, and this is an unboxing of these new Colour Arte primary elements that I got. And this was a kit that I got, and I will link my Amazon link if you guys are interested in any of these. I showed the primary elements in my distress spray mica shimmer spray video, and I made my own, and this is what I used, and that's because these are highly pigmented, super pigmented colors with a lot of mica built in. But they had this sale where they had all of these colors. I believe there's 12 colors, and you got a surprise color, and then you got these two bases. The Polypore acrylic polymer blend for paint pouring, and then the Vivid Enamel, which is tintable paint base. So exactly what they said. If you want to make like a paint, you can use this. And if you wanted to do paint pouring, which I love to do, I just don't film it because it takes a long time to do them, you can mix your colors in this. So you would, for this kit, it came with all of these 12 colors plus an extra bonus color, both these 8-ounce bottles to mix your own colors, and it also came with some spoons, 25 reusable mini spoons, okay? And again, the company is Colour Arte. The colors are called Primary Elements. And the reason I bought these is I have had these for years. And first of all, the shipping was super fast. It literally got here in 2 days, which really surprised me. Secondly, I'm really surprised at how big these jars are. So these are the jars that I got previously. These are the smaller jars. And I don't know if they say what size they are in here. It says iridescent sparkle in a jar. And I've had these for years and years and years. And they last a really long time. And they're not just micas. And then these are the other ones I got. And these were cool because these are shaker lids. So you can use them if you just want to sprinkle a little color on. Or you can pop this whole lid off and scoop some color out. But these are all Primary Elements Arte pigments. So I have these 6 colors, which I've had in these little sparkle jars. And then I have the smaller pots. And I really was pleasantly surprised at how much larger these pots are. In fact, let me see if I can grab the invoice. I have the invoice. Yes. Okay, these are 15 milliliter jars. And the cost for everything was $78.50 plus shipping, but they did have a discount code. I don't know what the discount code is. It's not, okay. The discount code was Ember Fire. I don't know if it's still on or not, but that was a 20% off code. So I paid $77 with shipping for these larger jars, the 12 colors plus the extra, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, plus the secret color and the 2 jars of the paint and this. So I just wanted to swatch them out and compare them to my other colors. They shipped from California, and I'm telling you guys, they got here in 2 days. So awesome. Yes, I know they're a little expensive. I know you can buy micas and pigments, and I showed that in my spray video. But I'm telling you, these are high quality pigments. And, you know, it's not something you go and buy a lot of, I think, unless you're going to be doing a lot of professional art. Maybe you're doing some kind of, commissioning of your artwork. I just do this as a hobby. For me, this was a little treat for myself. But I wanted to share with you guys as I swatch some of them out. So I'm going to use the enamel. And I'm going to cheat here. These are all fully sealed, which is great. And all I'm going to do is pour a little bit of this in a little bucket. And it's just like a clear medium to hold the paint. That's all it is. So I'm going to pour a little bit in here, and I'm just going to dip into it. I'm not going to be fully mixing colors. Up. All right. And this is a pour top. Wish I had seen that before I made a giant mess everywhere. All right, let me clean that up quick. Okay, I cleaned that up, and now I have my pour top lid if I need more. Off to the side, I have a little bucket of water, a little paintbrush. These are water reactive. I have some paper towels. And all I really want to do is just grab a little bit of the color, mix it in. Let me grab my little non-stick mat here. I think that'll help me out. And I'm just using my little art journal. And then I'm just gonna paint it into the book. Now, one thing I will say is I did notice that you do need some kind of a binder when using these pigments, or you know, if you want to use them as pigment or mica or whatever. If you're going to be using, obviously, their product, you don't need a binder. That is the binder. But if you're going to be using them as like a spray like I did, or as a shimmer powder, then I would recommend mixing in a little bit of gum arabic. Sorry, I couldn't think here. All right, so I'm going to start with Hot Tamale. By the way, the name of this set is called Summer Sequins. Summer Sequins. So this one is called Hot Tamale. And nice big jars. It sounds like they're sealed. Yep, there's a little bit of a seal in there, which is good. And all I'm going to do is just grab a little bit of the paint medium, and then I'm just going to dip into there. I'm just going to pull a little bit of that out. And then I'm just going to kind of, oh, look at how that immediately reacts. Now, I'm going to have a little bit of granulation here because I'm not fully going into diluting this and mixing it. Look how smooth that immediately goes. So a little mixing is going to go a long way here, but it dissolved, and immediately with this bright burnt orange red, and I don't know if you guys can see all of that sparkle. Now the same thing with any kind of color pigments. The more water or medium you add, the more it's going to dilute it. The more product you add, the more intense that color is going to be. So again, my whole testing here is just to see what those colors look like. And I think my little dipping is going to work out for me. And then I'll write the names in later. This one is Marmalade. And they have a wonderful YouTube channel that you can go and watch as well. I am not affiliated with them. I purchased these as a customer, as I have in the past. But I do like their products. And again, I'm just going to dip a little bit into I've cleaned my brush. I'm just going to go a little bit into the paint product here that they provided. And then I'm going to grab into this color. And as the paint mixes in and the water mixes in, you can see that it dissolves that pigment. And I get the pigment and I get the mica. Oh my God. I want to take this to my nail salon and make nail polish out of it. You probably could. It's so pretty and so sparkly. And I just can't get over how big the jars are. All right, so that's our second color. I'm going to put these this way. All right, I'm going to try to do a little bit of rainbow order here. So the next ones are the greens. So we have Poison Ivy. There's that little protective top. I do like to leave that in my lids. There is no distinctive, I'm not going to sniff it, but there's no odor to me of anything, not even with the paint. Nothing distinctive. I'm sure if you were to like stick your nose in it, you'd have something, but from where I'm sitting, I don't have anything. This is a great product to use if you are into resin. A lot of people have gotten into resin and tinting resin and making all kinds of resin art. Paint pouring, which they've already mentioned. They do a lot of videos on paint pouring. But here you can see, you can just take that product and turn it into a paint. And because it's a clear tintable paint, it's going to dry pretty glossy. It looks like it's starting to dry already. And so you're not going to lose any of that shimmer. That is a bright lime green. I'm loving these colors. Poison Ivy is the name of that one. The next one is Evergreen, which I believe is going to be a darker green. And you can mix these too. Keep that in mind. It's a artist grade pigment, so you can mix them. I like to keep my little foam lids if I can. Just tuck them back in there. Whoopsie. Make a little bit of mess. Definitely don't do any foiling after this, that's for sure. Let me just shake this off. Blew right off like fairy dust. Okay. Fun sparkles. Okay. Cleaning off my brush. Dipping into the medium. A little bit of, what did we say this one was? Evergreen? Oh, look at that. Perfect. It's almost like an emerald green. Ooh, I really like the intensity of that green. That is super pretty. Ooh, now I'm going to want to buy more. I like these way too much. Way too much. But I like when I get to do this with a product because now I can justify spending for it. Because I know I can make paints out of these. I can do paint pouring out of them. I can make my mica sprays out of them. You know, so there's so many things that I can now do with these that I don't feel guilty about buying them. All right, I'm going to go into these tealish colors. So we have Arabian C. Since it's a dry product too, you really don't have to worry about it drying out. I had that problem with some of my glitter paste. You can make glitter paste with this. You mix it in with your clear texture paste. Oh, another perfect. Oh, can't wait to make a video on that. All right, so we're going to take a little bit of this, and we're going to take a little bit of this. Probably too much of that. All right, here we go. Spread that color out. Gonna do a little bit of mixing and a little spreading here. That is a perfectly blue, it is like a sea color. That name is perfect. It's a little bit of blue and a little bit of green, but a lot of beautiful, a lot of sparkle. Arabian C. Let me show you guys what we have so far. Pretty. Okay, let's go in with, trying to put these in an order I think I'm gonna like. Okay. Fantasia is our next one. Looks kind of like a dark teal. Rinsing my brush off, drying it off with paper towel before I go in anything. And that is flakes of mica you see there. Ooh, that's like a blue mixed with a periwinkle. Almost like an ice blue. Reminds me of Frozen. Let it go, let it go. Okay, never mind, Nance. Could do a lot of winter scenes with that one. Fantasia. Okay, moving on, getting the hang of this. Willow Blue is our next one. Probably should be wearing gloves. That is a beautiful bluish purple color. I should be wearing gloves, but I'm not. And I'm not really getting stained because I'm really not touching the product. But if you're going to be doing any artwork with this, because they are so highly pigmented, yes, you want to wear gloves. This is an iridescent bluish purple. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful color. Wow. Can I get eyeshadow this color, please? Nice. That is called Willow Blue. It is beautiful, bluish purple color. Okay, next one is called Purplicious. This is for Tracy and Debadoo. They love their purples. That's a nice deep purple. You could almost go eggplant with that. I think if you add more color, it would be more of an eggplant. That is my hair stuck in there. Oopsie, we'll pick that out later. Nice royal purple. Oh, you know, I just want to see how dark we can go with that. I'm going to pick up a lot more pigment. Yeah, see how much darker it gets when you concentrate that pigment? So if you add more water, it will lighten up. You add more pigment, and you can layer it, it starts to get darker. I'm just continuing to pick up and add more pigment in there, and it's layering, and it's getting nice and dark. The other thing I've noticed is as the crystals dissolve, I'm not seeing any leftover crystal elements. What I mean by that is when I've used like brushes or any of those kind of watercolor crystals, when they start to dissolve, not all of them dissolve, so they're little like specks, if you know what I mean. I don't have any of that here. Once it's mixed, and I didn't do like, you know, I didn't do any palette mixing or anything here, but you don't have, you would think this was paint that came out of a tube. It doesn't look like it was a powdered element. So I like that too. It's very smooth and even layered. Oh, this one is called Pink Orchid. Oh, I think this is going to be my favorite. You guys know how much Nancy loves those kinds of colors. Okay, here we go. Pink Orchid. Oh, yes. That is a fuchsia. It's got a purple undertone to it. But that's definitely a fuchsia. Love it. See, anywhere that there is still any pigment, just go in there and mix it right out. Let me see how dark I can get this. Oh, that might be too much. So the more you add, the more purple it is. The more you dilute it, it turns to a pink. It's a purpley pink. It's the best of both worlds. That's pretty. That's usually the nail color I get. Definitely has this purple iridescent sheen to it. That's called Pink Orchid. Okay, next is Chambord. I think that's how you say that. Another fuchsia. Oh, wow. Now that's a true fuchsia. Okay, that's my favorite. Love it, love it, love it. I can stop right now. This is my favorite. Oh, wow. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I think I need to make my next spray that color. I think I'm out of spray bottles. I'm going to have to order more spray bottles. Okay, and our last colored one in this set is called Flamingo Feather. I mean, they jam-pack this full of pigment. Definitely get your money's worth. Okay, a little bit of this, a little bit of this. That's the perfect name for it. It is like a medium pink with, I would say, a little bit of maybe a peach undertone to it. So it's kind of a peachy pink. It is like a flamingo. Let me add a little bit more shimmer to that. Yeah, it's like a peachy pink. Very pretty. That would look great for floral elements. I like that. Okay, and then they gave us a surprise color, and the one that I got was called Butterfly Wing. And this, I think, is like an iridescent add-on that you can mix with any of the colors and change them. Let's see what we get here. Okay, that's actually a very pretty color on its own. It's a tealish blue. It's not green like we have up here. It is definitely a teal color. So even on its own, it's very pretty. But I think you can also mix this with some of the other, well, any of them can be mixed. But this one I think has a little bit of different color with the iridescent mica flakes that are in it. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I am very, very happy with this purchase. Very happy. Would definitely highly recommend. Like I said, the shipping, what I've already started using them for is for micas and so on. So I will link everything down below, guys. Go check it out. If you have any questions, put it down in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And keep on stamping. Bye, guys.